Good morning everyone and welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. I'm going to create a look using the It's Freaking Bats palette by Shroud Cosmetics and Betty Jean Butte Bean created the color story. So yeah, I went into that green shade and I placed it all over my eyelid and my crease. I find that I have to use a really sticky eye base with this palette, and I really have to place it on and then try to blend it out and move it. So pat it on and then blend with a very sticky or tacky base. I feel like the Dairy shade is really challenging to work with, and I did not use that shade in this eye look because I try to avoid that shade, to be honest. But otherwise I love this color story. So yeah, I went into Trappa and I used that to blend the edges of that deep green, and I only put it on my outer half of my eye. I don't bring it into my inner half. Do you guys have this palette? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you have problems with it? Let me know what you think of it. But yeah, I love the color story. I went back into that deeper green and re-added it to my outer crease area. I'm trying to use most of or all of my spooky themed palettes for the month of September. I don't have one for every day, but I want to use them because, I don't know, they make me happy. So I bring that dark green down on my bottom lash line on my outer half, and then I took Trappa and I placed it around that. Then I go into Spooky and I put that on my brow bone, but on my inner brow bone. I don't know, is that how to describe it? You see what I'm doing. But yeah, I just placed that up there to add a little bit of color, and then I went back in with Trappa to blend it out just a little bit. You don't want to blend it too much because they will muddy out together, but I felt like I needed to add more Trappa, I guess, so that's what I did. I find that I have to do a lot of back and forth with these shadows as well, which is fine. But yeah, and then I just kind of wing out my look some because I like a winged out look versus a rounded look. So, you know, I winged it out with that darker green, and then I took the Trappa and winged it out over that, you know, or around it, I should say. And I keep adding that dark green on my outer corner because I want to make sure I don't lose that depth. And then I take Trappa and I place it on my inner bottom lash area. So I brought it around more. It looks kind of like a bruise, like somebody socked me in my eye, but you know, I like it, so yeah. And I just winged it out even farther because I wanted to expand it more. And I went back into the dark green and added it because it needed to be deeper. And I kind of went back and forth a lot, so I'm sorry about that, but I really wanted to make sure to have that depth and to keep it. So yeah, and I took some glitter primer from NYX. You can use Hard Candy or even the ELF glitter primer. I think that they are comparable. And I placed that on my eyelid. And then I took that green shimmer shade and I put it all over where I placed that glitter primer, so on my inner and to center of my eyelid. And I placed it a little bit higher than my natural crease, but if I wanted my eyes to look even more open, I could have gone even higher. But then I took Handbook and I placed that on top of that darker green. I didn't bring it all the way up and kind of kept it on the bottom half of my eyelid. I really like the names in this palette. I am a huge fan of spooky things, and yeah, I really do enjoy the names. So anyways, I am just adding that shimmer until I am happy with it. I go back and forth between the two colors, and I just used, both sides of the brush, so I flip it and flip it back over and flip it, until I am happy. So that's what I did, and then I went into that zero shade and I placed it on my inner corner. I think that that is probably my favorite shade in the palette. I think it is just so gorgeous. I love the shimmer and the color of it. So I just make sure to add that really good, and then I throw on some lashes and a lippy and a bluish waterline, and this is the finished look. Thank you for watching.